Thank you for visiting our channel. Today I came out to review this crank radio. It is by iRonSnow and the actual name is Dynamo Solar Radio. It is a model IS-399. So they have jam-packed everything inside of this box and we will show you what's included. So this is something that is really good for disaster, and also if you want to go camping and you don't have any source of electricity. This will really help you out to not only just be a radio but also your music player plus your phone charger. So let's go through it. You can see that the box is really nicely designed, going around it, and then in the back has a lot of information and also tells you the specification, everything here that we want to cover in this video. So going on the top again, it's really nicely designed. They have spent a lot of time to design this box itself, but once you open it, there is a little micro USB so that way you can charge it. So yes, you can charge it through regular electricity, but once you take the radio out, we're going to put this aside. First, there is a little user manual, which is always mandatory to have. So once we open the plastic, it is bubble wrapped. Once you open it up, there is a little light. That means as the solar power is working, and once you want to cover that, you see that little plus sign is gone. If you leave it, it will come back on. That means it is right now charging. So going in the front part of it, yes, there is a little plastic. We will take that out too. And now there's a plastic on top of this, but we will leave it so this way it has a little screen protector. And then going on the top, there is a little section so you can hold it if you want to walk. And going around it first, you can see it has a huge 5 LED lights, so that way when you turn it on, which we will do in a few seconds, this will be very bright for the nighttime if you want to use. Also, it has a DC out, which is 5 volt. That means you can use it to charge your phone. I do not know if this will be a 2 amps or 1.5 amps, so that way it will give you a fast charger for your phone. But this part is called DC 5 volt in. That is where the micro USB can sit, and so you can charge the device before you head out. And also it has an SD card slot so that we can put your MP3s to it, and that way when you are in a camp you can listen to music. And going in the back part of it, it has a little section for the battery, and no, it does not need a battery because it has a rechargeable battery. And this is the handle that you need to open in order to charge this by just turning it. And this way it will get charged if you really need to have it ready, and that way you can use it. And yet this handle also is flippable, so that way you can push it back in. On the top part of it, you do have the antenna, and that is for the radio that you will need just in case if you are in an area that have a lot of rocks, and that way, or in a basement, this way it will get you the signal that you need. Going on the other side of it, you do have a big LED light, so this way at night if you are stuck in a little place, this will really light up the whole room for you, and it doesn't use that much electricity or the battery. Going on the bottom part, there's nothing, just little part so you can stand up on a flat surface. And going in the front part of it, there's a lot of things to cover. So from the bottom you have a huge speaker, and that is very loud, by the way. And then you do have the volume, and also this is how you're going to turn on and off. So when you click, you can hear that it turns on. And then you have the play and, I should say, this is the rewind, play and pause, and fast forward, and also a skip backward or forward for your MP3s that you're going to put inside of it. The dial is really nicely set up too, so this is really cool because over here it will tell you what stations you can get. So going on the top part of it, it is AM, and then the frequency is sitting right on the top of it, so you will know exactly what frequencies you can expect or you can get. And then underneath of it, FM. Also it says it there. So the frequencies are really good for North America, the way that it is set up. And again, you can take this to Europe, it will work perfectly too. Then you do have Shortwave 1. This is a really old technology. You can use it, and this is shortwave 2. I do not believe we have these in North America, but again, it's very handy if you come through a disaster. I'm sure they will be able to be used. Going on the bottom part of it, the NOAA is the channel from 1 to 7, and that's how you're going to get your weather network. So if you are in a disaster, this is really good to turn on, and weather network usually going to broadcast on one of the stations so that we can get proper information about what's happening. If the radio stations are totally shut off, this will be able to help you out. Now, going on the bottom part of it is where you're going to be able to switch from FM to AM to shortwave 1, shortwave 2, and then NOAA, which is your weather network, and then the alert. Now, that is something really good to have, and also the music so that we can play your music. Going over here is going to be telling you about the light and the lamp. So, light and lamp. So now let's just try to give it a shot. When you turn it on, it is very bright. You can see that. And then turning it off, there's nothing there. Now turning on the light, the lamp itself is right here. So this is really good. Now if it is very, very dark, this will be really handy for you to use. So make sure that you always charge this up before you use any of these. So this way it will last you a lot longer. And also going on the bottom part of it is, this is something I want to mention to you guys, that I am in a really small room. So if I turn this on, it will be very loud. So here you go. And that's how this is going to have a siren. So if you got stuck somewhere and nobody can find you, you can turn this on. So that way the authorities can find you very easily. And then going on the other side of it is where you're going to be able to place this on a charge. And now it is just charging using the solar power, or you can hook up the 5 DC and to the micro USB in the front, and that's also going to be able to leave it on charge. Now let's go ahead and give a test to the radio station itself. And yes, the dialer is right here, so it has little indicators in the front that how you can find it. So you can see that right now I am on FM.
Or call your travel agent.
I've seen firsthand how devastating it can be for someone denied long-term disability. At Kota.
Now, before I go next, I want to mention that we are in Canada, so the radio stations over here are mostly on FM and near to us. That's why we're not going to be able to use the antenna for FM radio. But if you want to change this to AM, I am sure that it will be a little bit different. You can see that I am moving too fast.
Opposite of what I was looking for, but God doesn't pair you anything in the corner, guys.
So yes, there's a lot of radio stations, especially ethnic ones in Canada, especially in Ontario, for FM radios. So I'm just changing. Now if I change it to shortwave radio, for this, you really need to use your antenna. And you have to really pull it up really high. And then it's very hard to capture something because this is really small, and we have to move like a little needle. So that's how this basically works. And this was our take on the iRon radio, which is modeled IS399. Links will be available where you can order this from, and also some information from official website in the bottom of this video. If you have a question, drop them at the bottom of the video. We love to answer it. Except that, I hope you guys like our video. If you do like it, click the like button, subscribe button on the top, comment in the bottom. Always remember to visit our own website, which is xctex.info. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and other social networking places. And thank you.